Princess Margaret, the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, was known for her impulsive and controversial behavior, which contrasted with the dutiful and dedicated persona of her sister. Her tumultuous personal life, highlighted in the early seasons of the Netflix series The Crown, has sparked curiosity about the rebellious princess. Despite passing away at the relatively young age of 71 in 2002, her legacy continues to captivate us. If you're interested in learning more about the Scandalous princess, stay tuned and explore the intriguing life of the Countess of Snowdon. Princess Margaret Rose was born on August 21st, 1930, at Glamis Castle in Scotland. She was widely acknowledged as a spirited, impulsive, and more attractive sibling, in contrast to her older sister Elizabeth, who was diligent and solemn. Elizabeth and Margaret, who were 4 years apart in age, had a protected upbringing in London under the care of nannies. No one anticipated that their family would become next in line for the British royal throne. In 1933, a photograph was taken of Princess Margaret and Princess Elizabeth in the gardens of Windsor Castle. They were seen with their grandfather, King George V, grandmother Queen Mary, and mother, the Duchess of York. This 1933 photograph captures a moment with 2-year-old Princess Margaret and 7-year-old Princess Elizabeth, affectionately known as Lilibet in her childhood. In 1936, the lives of the girls became publicized when their uncle King Edward VIII stepped down from the throne to marry his American lover, Wallis Simpson, who had been divorced twice. Upon learning that their father would ascend the throne, Margaret reportedly expressed sympathy towards her older sister, who was now the presumed heir. She affectionately embraced her while uttering, "Oh, Lilibet, poor you." Life for the two sisters underwent significant changes when King George VI was crowned in May 1937 and their mother became queen. Despite their close bond, Margaret's lifelong battle to find her place created ongoing tension. While Elizabeth received constitutional history lessons in preparation for her future role as queen, Margaret was excluded from these educational opportunities. The royal family in South Africa in 1947. From Cape Town, Princess Elizabeth delivered a speech on her 21st birthday, affirming her commitment to the Commonwealth and preparing for her future as queen. King George VI once described his two daughters, referring to one as dutiful and the other as vivacious, stating, "Lilibet is my pride, Margaret my joy." In 1947, Princess Elizabeth tied the knot with Philip Mountbatten, while Margaret served as a bridesmaid. Elizabeth holds her second child, Princess Anne, while at Buckingham Palace in 1950. Princess Margaret and King George VI are present. Following the death of King George VI in 1952, Princess Elizabeth, 26 years old, ascended to the throne as queen. Princess Margaret assisted the queen during her coronation in June 1953. Princess Margaret, on the right, observes the coronation ceremony of Queen Elizabeth in Westminster Abbey, accompanied by a young Prince Charles and the Queen Mother. During the ceremony, 22-year-old Margaret attracted attention by dusting off a man's collar, while her elder sister remained the center of attention. The man in question was Captain Peter Townsend, an officer in the RAF who had served as one of her father's equerries. He was 16 years older than Margaret, and their romantic relationship had thus far been concealed from the general public. The couple desired to marry, but since Townsend had been divorced, the government determined that Margaret would need to renounce her royal privileges in order to wed him. Princess Margaret made the decision in 1955 to relinquish Townsend, prioritizing her commitment to the Commonwealth. This heartbreaking conclusion to their love affair garnered significant public empathy and support. Margaret was profoundly affected by this heartbreak. She began drinking and smoking more, behaviors that persisted throughout her life. According to Craig Brown, a biographer in her 20s, the princess devoted 2 hours each morning to lying in bed, smoking nonstop, and tuning into the radio. Later, at 12:30 p.m., she would have a vodka pick-me-up, followed by a substantial amount of wine and whiskey during lunch and dinner. Following a period of seclusion, She encountered society photographer and bohemian Anthony Armstrong Jones, and in 1960, they publicly declared their plans to marry. Margaret's wedding, a historic moment, garnered a staggering global audience of approximately 300 million viewers. It was the first royal wedding to be televised. As her father had died in 1952, Prince Philip, her brother-in-law, walked her down the aisle at Westminster Abbey. Margaret and her newlywed spouse were bestowed with the titles of Earl and Countess of Snowdon when they wed. The union initially appeared content but later encountered difficulties as rumors of affairs circulated. Ultimately, the couple gradually grew apart from one another. Margaret found immense joy in motherhood, seeing it as the greatest gift from her marriage. Her children, David and Sarah, entered the world in 1961 and 1964. There were rumors circulating that Margaret had been involved in multiple relationships while she was married, such as with actor Peter Sellers, pictured, and musician Mick Jagger. However, these claims remain unverified. In 1973, Margaret was introduced to her new love, Roddy Llewellyn, by her friends Lord and Lady Tennant, pictured. Llewellyn, a British nobleman, was 17 years younger than the 43-year-old princess. Their romantic involvement carried on for 8 years. Margaret and Llewellyn frequently vacationed together on Mustique Island. Their relationship remained undisclosed until 1976, when a photographer captured pictures of them there on holiday. After the news of Margaret's affair was made public, the Snowdons publicly parted ways and eventually divorced in 1978. Despite experiencing heartbreak in an unhappy marriage, Margaret began establishing herself as a supporter of arts and culture within the royal family, meeting numerous celebrities over the years. Princess Margaret encountered Sophia Loren during the premiere of The Key in 1958. Princess Margaret had a discussion with the Beatles during the debut of their film Help. In London back in 1965. In 1966, the princess engages in conversation with Julie Andrews, Rex Harrison, and Stanley Holloway, following a London stage production of My Fair Lady. In 1967, Margaret encounters actors Lauren Harvey and Mia Farrow at a London screening of The Taming of the Shrew. Brigitte Bardot is seen chatting with Her Royal Highness at the London premiere of Shalako in 1968. Princess Margaret, accompanied by Italian designer Valentino, in 1968. In 1977, she met musician Neil Diamond in London. In 1977, the princess was pictured alongside the members of the Swedish pop group ABBA. Nevertheless, the princess's haughtiness occasionally created difficulties when interacting with important individuals. According to the New York Times, Princess Margaret always insisted on being addressed as ma'am, allowing her close friends to affectionately call her ma'am darling. The same rule applied to her children, who were expected to call her Princess Margaret in front of others. When she met Grace Kelly in America, Margaret allegedly told the actress that she didn't look like a movie star. That same evening, the princess reportedly described the 33-carat engagement ring Richard Burton gave to actress Elizabeth Taylor as vulgar. Due to her challenging behavior and belittling remarks, she earned the nickname House Guest from Hell. According to the English novelist Nancy Mitford, she frequently arrived late and made hosts and guests wait for her. On another occasion, she reportedly refused to let her fellow guests leave until she gave them permission to be dismissed. Despite being a patron of the arts, Margaret was unable to establish a clear role for herself within the royal family, according to many. Regardless, she fulfilled her royal responsibilities and regularly accompanied the rest of the royal family to various events, as seen in this photograph taken during the 1995 state opening of Parliament. Princess Margaret joins the Queen Mother at Ascot in 1995. In 1993, she attended a household cavalry presentation ceremony with her sister, Queen Elizabeth. She was always aware of her position, following her older sister. Despite the controversies Margaret sparked for the royal family, the sisters maintained a strong bond throughout the years. After years of heavy drinking and smoking, Margaret sadly experienced various health issues later in life, including multiple strokes. She appeared significantly older and more tired compared to her elder sister. After suffering her third stroke in 2002, the princess passed away at 71 years of age. Approximately 6 weeks later, the Queen Mother, who was 101 years old, also died. This deeply affected Queen Elizabeth. At her sister's funeral, Queen Elizabeth was seen wiping away tears in an extremely rare public display of emotion.